Hey, so somebody called Iona asked a question on the body checking video I just did. Says, can you make a video addressing clothing getting dressed after weight gain? A lot of people recommend wearing larger sizes, but isn't this a form of hiding your body, reinforcing fear of weight gain? How can we get dressed comfortably without reinforcing the negative neural pathways? Exactly. She's right. Iona, you're absolutely spot on. You know, if you're wearing baggy clothes, you're doing that because you don't want to come to terms with the weight that you've gained. And in doing that, aren't you sending the message to your body that weight gain is a negative thing because you are acting as if weight gain is a negative thing? Absolutely right. Sometimes I think with things like this, like, you know, with the unrestricted eating and the movement, we got to go completely bam all in. There's no other way really that's going to substantially and sustainably change those neural pathways enough for us to actually get through recovery. I think that the clothing thing is one of those parts where we can know, okay, the ultimate goal is for you to be friends with your body and not have to worry about what clothing you wear and not have to have that freak out every time you get dressed and things like that, and definitely not to feel like you need to hide your body. But because negative body image takes a while to rewire, some people do need to have like a little bit of a stage where they're doing the unrestricted eating and they're doing the not compulsive movement, they're not doing any eating disorder behaviors, but they just need a bit of a buffer stage before they can really handle coming to doing the sort of like actual getting to know their body thing. And I do think that that's okay. And so you've got to have a look at where somebody is. If they're in the very acute stages of recovery and they've got horrific negative body image stuff, and if they're just sort of at the tip of everything that they can handle and they're hanging in there, I'm not going to necessarily say to that person, go out and get into a boob tube, am I? I'm going to say, you know what, it's fine. It's fine. Just keep wearing your baggy clothes if that's what you need to do. Whatever's going to see you through the next couple of weeks, because that's all it really is. If they're doing the work, if they're doing unrestricted eating, if they're not engaging in any body weight suppression behaviors and things like that, then that fear of weight gain will start to change and their negative body image will start to gradually improve. And there's often a point when it improves enough that they can actually be like, all right, I think I'm at the point where I can take on actually kind of dealing with my body and acknowledging my body. Does that make sense? Some people right from the get-go can just deal with all of the things, and they can handle all of the things, and they can do unrestricted eating, they can stop the compulsive movement, they're not doing any body weight suppression things, and they're like, bring it on, I'm gonna get used to my body and I'm gonna make myself handle it. And some people don't do that. Some people eke their way up a little bit and they can just about tolerate the weight gain as long as they have the lights off in the shower and they're not really looking and they're not really doing it, they're not really engaging with their body at all. And that's what they need to do for the first little while. And there always is a point when, if that is somebody's response, if their negative body image is so strong that they just can't fathom acknowledging their weight gain at the start, there always comes a time, if they're doing what they need to do in terms of not suppressing their natural body weight, not engaging in sort of fear of weight gain behaviors on any other level, then there does become a time when they can actually sort that out. So that's one of those things that I don't think that there's just this cut and dry answer, because I do cut and dry answers with a lot of it. Unrestricted eating and no exercise or compulsive movement, boom, you got to do it. Doesn't matter how much you don't want to do it, because I know you can't fully recover while you are still doing things that are designed to suppress your natural body weight. But then there are these other little elements, such as getting yourself better acquainted, acknowledging your weight gain, wearing clothes that actually fit you rather than the baggy ones, that I do feel that somebody can not do those right from the start, and they can face them later on. They can face that challenge later on and do absolutely fine. And for some people, that's the, if your negative body image is just so alarmingly strong, that's actually sort of probably the more sensible thing to do, is not just completely freak yourself out right on day one. But having said that, I do think most people with eating disorders, a lot of the time, if someone is struggling really badly with negative body image, and I'll sort of have this conversation with them, and I'll say, well, where do you think you're at? Do you think you're at this point where we can actually actively do some stuff that's going to put your body in front of you and make you challenge that negative body image and make you actually see your body and see your weight gain and force yourself to be all right with it? Or do you want to hold off from that for a little bit and we can do that later, and that's fine? And a lot of people, after they thought about it, they're like, you know what, I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I could handle it, but actually I think I can, and I'm going to do it. I just find that to be the case with people with eating disorders, that once the options are laid out and once they understand it's a fear response thing, they're like, they do choose to muster up that courage and just say, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get myself used to it. I'm going to teach my brain to love my body if it wants to or not. I'm going to teach my brain to love my body if it kills me. So I do think the majority of people, probably the majority of people watching this, you're going to be able to, you are able to take on that challenge. And maybe you're sitting here thinking, oh, I'm still doing the baggy clothes thing. But deep down, I know that I actually could not be doing that. And I'm not saying you necessarily have to go and jump around in a boob tube, but actually wearing clothes that show your body off because it's gorgeous, and you know that you're sort of hiding from that, and you're like, yeah, I'm being worse, aren't I? Time to go out and actually put some nice clothes on. If that's you, just do it. It's time. All right, bye.